Hello everyone. This presentation is about the program evaluation design for the HMH geometry resource. The presentation outlines the following aspects of the evaluation plan: the description of the program, the questions the evaluation intends to answer, the methodology used to carry out the evaluation procedures, and the instruments to be used in the evaluation, which include EOC data from 2016 and 2017, a survey on stakeholder perception of HMH geometry textbook, and a teacher interview. Before we explore the purpose of the evaluation, let's understand what exactly the HMH geometry resource is. Developed by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, this program was adopted in the 2016-2017 school year by Miami-Dade County Public Schools for use in the geometry class. The HMH geometry resource is used primarily in high schools for 10th grade students enrolled in geometry, as well as in middle schools where 8th grade students may be enrolled. The reason why this program was chosen for adoption is because it follows the MAFS standards, meaning Mathematics Florida Standard. These standards mirror the Common Core standards used in 42 states throughout the U.S. It is closely aligned with the MDCPS vision of providing educational excellence for all and the mission to provide the highest quality education so that all students are empowered to lead productive and fulfilling lives as lifelong learners and responsible citizens. The purpose for evaluating the HMH geometry resource is to identify the effectiveness of this program on student performance. Also, the evaluation will determine how well the program is being implemented across geometry classrooms at American Senior High School. The first evaluation question regarding outcomes is: what is the effect of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt geometry resource on student performance on the spring 2017 administration of the FSA Geometry EOC? Sub-questions related to this include: what is the effect of the Houghton Mifflin Harcourt geometry resource on teachers' ability to plan collaboratively? And what is the effect of the Houghton Mifflin Harcourt geometry resource on the school's results in the 2016-2017 school year? The process evaluation question is: how well is the HMH geometry resource implemented across geometry classrooms? Sub-questions related to this evaluation question include: how will teachers utilize the resources provided by HMH Geometry, including the workbook, online resource, and in-class activities? Is adequate training being provided to prepare teachers to use the resource? And are there enough resources provided to properly implement the resource, including workbooks for each student and access to online tools? Now we'll explore the methodology for this evaluation design. A sample of 500 high school students who are enrolled at American Senior High School in a geometry course will be used. The participants consist of an equal amount of male and female students, with 60% of Hispanic descent, 30% of Black or African American descent, and 10% of Asian, Caucasian, or other ethnicity. The stakeholders include the participating students, their teachers, their parents, administrators at the school site, and district supervisors. The study design is a quasi-experimental approach. A comparison will be made over time between the data before HMH Geometry Resources implementation, which was in the 2015-16 school year, and data after the program's implementation, which was in 2016-17 school year. This is a cross-sectional design which takes data from two specific points in time to answer the first evaluation question. The evaluation approach is a participant-oriented evaluation approach. Because many stakeholders will be involved in the evaluation process, the evaluation will focus on both the quantitative and qualitative outcomes of the program, the qualitative including stakeholder perceptions of the program's effectiveness. Now we will discuss the evaluation procedures as outlined in the following timeline. Since both quantitative and qualitative data will be collected over a period of time, You will notice that the quantitative collection is highlighted in purple, while the qualitative collection of data is highlighted in blue. We begin in June 2016 with a collection of the EOC results, followed by a 2017 collection of the EOC results. Next, in August of 2017, after 1 year of implementation, a teacher perception interview will occur. Next, in December 2017, a perception survey will be administered to students, parents, teachers, and administrators, followed by another perception survey in May of 2018. This is to see if perceptions have changed between mid-year and end of year. In June of 2018, it's expected that the EOC results for spring 2018 will be available and that quantitative data will be collected. Finally, in August of 2018, another teacher perception interview will occur to see teacher perceptions after 2 years of HMH resource implementation. The data collection instruments used in this evaluation include EOC data, stakeholder perception of HMH geometry textbook survey, and a teacher perception interview. The following slides include examples of each. The first data collection instrument, the FSA Geometry EOC data, can be found on the Florida Department of Education website. In blue, you see highlighted the spring 2016 data showing that at American Senior High School, 25% of geometry students scored at a level 3 or above, meaning proficiently. This is before HMH geometry was implemented. A year later, after implementation, you see that the proficiency level is now 38%, which is a 13% increase from the previous year. Data collection instrument number 2 is a survey of all stakeholders' perceptions of the HMH geometry textbook. It may be accessed through SurveyMonkey at the above link, or you may pause the video to peruse the 10 questions included in the survey. The survey assesses stakeholder familiarity with the geometry textbook, as well as their perception of how it was utilized in the classroom and out. It also addresses if there are enough resources available for students in the classroom to efficiently and adequately use the resource. The third data collection instrument is the teacher perception interview. An introduction was provided, including a 7-part interview questionnaire. Part 1 includes information about the interviewee's background, and Part 2 is the history of the textbook resources used, either before HMH or after. Part 3 addresses how well trained teachers were to use the HMH geometry resource, as well as their perception after the first year of using it in the classroom. Part 5 addresses teacher perception after 2 years of using it in the classroom, while Part 6 addresses planning with the HMH geometry resource. Finally, Part 7 allows for teachers to provide additional comments reflecting their opinions on the HMH geometry resource. These are the references used for this presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something from this presentation.